Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV. I'm EJ, your host for the night. And just a quick shout out to a couple of people again, Spazzy Bite and also D-Manufacturer, having a listen to us in Twitch chat there. We are back, round 4 action here of the eLeague.gg GameStar Spring Series. It is going to be on Ilios. It is going to be Running with Scissors versus Curators of the Memeseum. And superstars Xenox and Avril will bring you the action. Genome, Kitfox, and Ronnie on the analyst desk. Xenox, over to you.
Thank you, EJ. So we are back now with Running with Scissors taking on Curators of the Memeseum. And Avril, this is actually a really big game for Curators because at the moment, if we have a look at the Zowie leaderboard, Running with Scissors are on 20 points. Curators are on 15. This is almost like a double point catch-up for them.
And both of these teams, not only that with the points, but they're really, really good teams in Division 2. Now, Running with Scissors, we've already seen them play tonight. They're an absolutely solid team. They took down 4 Down, who are one of the other favorites in the competition for Div 2. Now, Curators, I have quite a lot of respect for. There's a couple of really big sort of, I feel, superstar names in this team. Arma, Geoff, and Shrandy in particular. I mean, everyone else is good too, but, you know, these are 2 really top-level teams in the Div 2.
Yeah, and Curators of the Memeseum, they're 2-1 tonight. They did lose to Eben, whereas Running with Scissors are currently 3-0. They are undefeated coming into this game. And Kit Fox, possibly could we see Curators get the upset win?
Well, Curators currently sitting at 4th on the overall Zowie scoreboard here for Div 2. So they're a bit of a dark horse here in Div 2, but Ilios, not a map we've really seen much of their work on here, at least from our position behind the desk. But I think that with the names that they've got, the Curators, definitely not to be discounted for this one, Xenox.
And I'll get you a prediction, Ronnie. Who would you take if they're going to get the win here tonight? Running with Scissors or Curators of the Memeseum?
I haven't seen Curators play this week, but after seeing Running with Scissors, I'd have to say Running.
And Genome, your prediction for this one?
Yeah, absolutely handing this one to Running with Scissors. They seem to be on a tear lately. Not by a long way, I should add. They seem to be ahead of the competition, but only just. So Curators absolutely in with a chance, but I think Running with Scissors will take it in the end, especially considering it's King of the Hill.
And we're finally underway. Running with Scissors taking on Curators of the Memeseum here on Ilios. And we're going to get the action started now, Avril. It's going to kick off.
Yeah, both teams are sort of feeling each other out here. Neither team really committing just yet. We have a Winston versus Reinhardt, though, so that compositionally is going to be really interesting. Also, Anna on the side of Curators, so they're trying to play this one a little bit slowly, and I feel like at this point, Scissors need to make a move.
Yeah, Composed and Shrandy both actually on the top balcony still, and actually picks up Syria, so that's a massive pick-off, and they're also going to get the point. Really nice start here for Curators. That's what they want to see.
They get the point without even taking a fight. That was actually probably the cleanest way to take a point possible. It's almost like Running with Scissors just sort of ran backwards with Scissors there and just completely, like, you know, just take it. We're not even going to try here. The good thing for Running with Scissors is they didn't really give out that much ultimate advantage. You actually see ultimate-wise, both teams are really even. That's good for Scissors, but they're going to be behind in progress.
You just feel like Curators' positioning there was a lot better, and the way that Composed could get that pick, and Syria gets picked up again. Now so does Mighty L. And Geoff as well is going to go thanks to Finn the Human, but at 30% already, it goes quickly.
You know, 31% and counting right now, still going pretty much all in the way of Curators. So starting out really strong here. Most of the analysts today have sort of said Scissors, but they haven't had the greatest start here. The map isn't over here. Composed, he does have a nano boost available. I'd like to see who he's going to use that on. I believe it's going to be Arma. Look for a really big play with Arma there to try and get everyone else, try and get a really big advantage to start with. And Scissors, this should be their fight to engage right now.
Yeah, going from the top balcony now, coming on down, but the nano boost comes out from Composed, as it's going to be Running with Scissors getting onto the point. They get Geoff down, but Arma is going to be able to take down Volks as well. So both Reapers are gone, and then Frogger as well, thanks to Arma. Shrandy takes down Syria, and at 65%, it's just not going the way of Running with Scissors.
Geoff actually completely whiffed the nano boost. He didn't get anything. He ran straight for Finn the Human on the tank and just sort of he just shot into the shield a bunch of times, didn't really get anything. It really came down to, I believe, J-Doggies did a lot of cleanup there. Shrandy as well did a lot of cleanup there. So they still win the fight. 80% now. Scissors are really struggling. They need to be able to get back in. They're going to have a couple ults available. They have to combo here. They've got a Graviton Surge available pretty soon. They have a Dragon Blade as well. If they can get their combo off, they should be able to win a fight.
Yeah, Finn the Human finally switched to that Winston to try and go and deal with Compose and Shreddy up on the top balcony, but he's going to fall immediately. Stoltz pumps the Dragon Bait, does finally take down Compose, but Shreddy is going to be able to pick him off as well. We're going to go into overtime now. Shreddy takes down Volks as well. The Graviton Surge comes out. Joff pumps the Death Blossom, and this is not looking good for Running with Scissors.
Yep, 99%, and I believe this is going to be a 100-0 hold on the first map. Would any analyst like to eat their shoe right now?
How about the
volunteer.
Curators? You go.
We'll get your thoughts.
I'll even
on
let
that
you
one.
choose which shoe you want, the left or the right.
My feet are, you know, they're not too big. Maybe I'll just go ahead and go for
I
it.
like pumpkin.
One of the things that came out of that game, guys, was the fact that Finn the Human was on Reinhardt for so long. Should have he switched up to Winston a little bit earlier, Kid Fox?
Well, I was going to say, we saw Armor there. It was just too strong, and there was really no answer for him. I mean, he had every single corner that the Running with Scissors guys came at. He had it on lock. He was waiting there just for Finn the Human to come through, and he actually knocked 2 off the edge with Primal Rage and pretty much took out all the supports for the Running with Scissors guys, and he won that fight, so well done to Armor.
His positioning was really good.
It
He was
was.
using the high ground so effectively, just popping up there every time he needed to, you know, not take any more damage, and he was just a lot more flexible than the Reinhardt.
So Running with Scissors straight onto the point already. Curators, they're going to have to get a much better start if they want to get
Both
the point
Reinhardts
control
now.
in their way. Now we're into both Reinhardts. Composed is going to take down Syria again.
Same
It's
for
a duplicate of what happened last round. Armor takes down Stoltz. There's nothing is going the way of Running with Scissors.
Yeah, well, this is a much bigger lead than last time. Last time, all Compose got was Syria, and that was it. Nothing else happened. No one else died. This time, a bunch more kills happened. And look, Armor's already on 72%. That's massive. Look at Finn. He's on 25%. This hammer down's going to come out of nowhere and completely blow up Scissors on their next push. They just have to get around this one shield, and they should be able to get an amazing hammer down play. But either way, they're going to be hitting ult. Scissors are far behind right now.
Running with Scissors went 3-0 coming into this match. They're looking at their first defeat of the night. Armor putting up that Reinhardt shield in the face of Running with Scissors.
He's
as
so
well.
patient.
Human coming now. It's going to be a patient push, but Mighty Owl takes down Numkid. This is their chance now to push on through.
They need to use it.
Volks takes down Jeff as well. Can they actually get any more kills from this and take the point? It's going to be the Earthshatter coming up from Armor as well, but Shreddy with a double kill. Finn the Human takes down Armor as J-Dog is going to be able to kill Finn the Human. It's a 3v3 action happening right now on the point.
Yep, and Strandy's still alive. The respawners for respawners come back, and Strandy actually gets the nano boost. What can he get with this? Can he get a couple of kills here? The shots he does hit. Syria goes down. J-Dog gets his Frogget as well. Here come the respawners now for Running with Scissors, but they didn't run quite fast enough. It's more like jogging for them right now.
Yeah, that 3v3 situation still went the way of Curators, as Running with Scissors did try and force that issue and force the fight. They did get a couple of kills, but they just couldn't capitalize in any way, shape, or form. At 65% now for Curators, they're looking very, very good here defensively. Running with Scissors, they've got to find something.
Yeah, Strandy went absolutely huge as well. He's got a Jedi available. The Graviton Surge is available as well. I want to check Strandy's position, actually. He's not actually anywhere really... He's not anywhere that far away, but here comes the Graviton Surge. Can they get any off that? Geoff into the back line, gets Syria, and that's going to be a 6v5 to start things off. Strandy goes down, actually, so 5v5.
Well, really patient there from Joff. He's had his Death Blossom for quite a while. He didn't use it straight away. Compose takes down Stoltz as well. He doesn't even need to use the Death Blossom because the rest of his team are cleaning up the kills and sending Running with Scissors away back to spawn. At 95%, it's looking like a 2-0, Avril.
Yeah, I heard Caesar dressing quite good with shoes.
Italian works as well.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Hashtag banter.
2 100 O's back to back, Xenox.
Yeah, 2 100 O's back to back. I think if you're running with Scissors, you're going to have to be practicing your King of the Hills a
You
bit
start
more.
sprinting right now.
Yeah, Ronnie, this is just not going their way. Looking at Curators now, surely they'll get this third one and their pain and suffering.
Most definitely. I mean, Curators are proving to be far too strong on Koth for Running with Scissors. It's a bit of a mistake on us analysts' part to say Running with Scissors was going to take it.
Well, you never know until you get into the game. Genome, is there any chance at all that we could see Running with Scissors get back into this one?
I think absolutely there is. You know, we all know Koth is a very snowbally kind of game mode. And it's you know, 100 O's aren't unheard of between evenly matched teams. And Finn the Humans is changed over to the Winston, and maybe that's going to be the change they need.
Actually running Godcom right now.
Yeah, and Arma's actually still onto that Reinhardt as well, so possibly this could be the opportunity to spin the human, get straight into that backline. Stolz takes down Compose, so now finally they're going to flip the script and take him down first. Mighty Owl is going to be able to take down Shreddy as well, and surely, guys, surely now running with Scissors as Mighty Owl gets a triple kill. Stolz takes down Numkey, and running with Scissors are back in this one.
Yep, they finally caught up, and that was actually really good. I like the adaptation with their lineup, though. For the human on Winston is actually a really good change-up. They needed to play a bit quicker. They needed to play a bit more aggressive. Compose got the opening kill on Syria every single one of the last 2 rounds. This time, though, Compose is the first one down, and that is due to the more aggressive play coming out from running Scissors. I like that. They need to keep that up.
And you wonder maybe if this is a worse map for Anna, because she hasn't really got as much of a safe opportunity as Finn the Human gets into that front line there.
At the same time, though, this is the only good map on Ilios for Widowmaker, so it's not a bad sniping map, so I don't think the sightline's are bad at all for Anna. It's the playstyle. They need to be able to get a good nano boost here. Here's the nano boost online finally. They should be able to throw they should be able to throw Reinhardt with armor in here. Only Stolz has a nano boost on the other team.
Arma gets the nano boost and charges straight in. The high note from Shrendy as well, but it should be able to get blocked. As back to Stolz reflects that, takes him down. In the backline, Arma's still trying to get something to happen. He falls down to Vox as well. It's all going the way of running with Scissors. Now the Primal Rage coming out from Finn the Human, but it's not looking good for Curators.
Yeah, well, there was nothing wrong. There's still nothing wrong compositionally. I want to really make a point that, you know, I make a lot of statements about running Anna on Koth. There's nothing wrong with running Anna on Control. The problem is how you execute it. And the way that it was executed just in with Curators, they throw it on Arma. Arma charges all the way to the back, and all that needs to happen for Scissors is, cool, charge, I'm just going to get out of the way, and you just charge at the back with a nano boost. Got nothing out of that, completely separated from the rest of your team. And, you know, running with Scissors, they clean up that one once again, 70% now.
Yeah, and Curators actually do have a couple of combinations coming up. They got the Graviton Surge, they got the Death Blossom, and they will soon have the Earth Shatter. So there's a chance here as Moneo is going to force the situation first, though, popping that Graviton Surge. Have they got the damage to back it up, though? Vox takes down J Doggies. As Armo's in the backline swinging, takes down Moneo. Jurf takes down Syria. As Stolz was able to kill Numkey, it looks like it might be back in favor of Curators.
Yep, and Strandy had a really nice 2v2 situation in the back there. Takes on Stolz as well, so Strandy winning that absolutely crucial. They're finally going to get on the point, but 94%, wow, they've got a massive hill to climb right now. One more nano boost available. They can get a nano boosted Death Blossom in there, or they can just go for a direct Graviton Surge play, which I would kind of prefer that. They need to get Arma's tank ult back up. They have to rotate the 2 tank ultimates, and that's how they're going to win this if they can at all.
And what was so good about that last fight was running with Scissors initiated it, and Curators came out the winners. Vox is going to pop and kill Shrandy immediately. Syria is going to pop a very early Tranquility. In fact, Vox gets a double kill onto Numkey. He wants to get this point back as soon as possible. Finn the Human takes down Armor, and it's going to be running with Scissors. Well, they weren't happy with that last fight. They came in and they cleaned up.
Yep, and I don't know if there's any opportunity now to get back into this 96%. The respawners are not even close. They're not even going to try. They finally get a score on the board, and all the analysts have a sigh of relief.
My shoes are firmly on my feet.
I want to go to Genome first, because Genome, I asked you if they had a chance, and it's now 2-1. They look back to where they should be as that 3-0 team coming into this game.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about Compose for a little bit here, because he is a fantastic Anna. But unfortunately, his team is not following up on some great biotic grenades. There was a point there where he got Stolz down to 1 bar. Well, actually, he got the biotic grenade on 3 or 4 of them. Stolz went down to 1 bar, you know, he's just trying to hide, he can't get healed. And he eventually went back to get the inside big health pack. And then the same thing happened to Finn the Human. He got grenaded straight after that. He was down to 1 health bar. He went back to try and find the health pack that his Genji had just taken and had to go elsewhere. But Composed, yeah, his team's not following up on those great Anna nades.
These are 2 very different pushes here. Look at where running with Scissors. They actually went for the bottom path, but Composed once again taking the top level high ground advantage.
Yeah, it's almost like they knew that Curators were going to actually get that top level advantage again, but Sirius still goes down first. Finn the Human is actually on the Winston this time. He has learned his lesson, but he's not going to learn enough. He goes down to Joff. Frogger takes down Numkey as Volks is going to be able to pick up Joff, and possibly running with Scissors could take the point here.
Yeah, Frogger has been the man for environmental kills tonight, and Compose cannot do anything right now. All he can try and do is try and fight Stolz 1v1, and he's going to get taken down eventually. This is the real problem. Anna can only do so much, but Anna just supports up the top, and if the rest of your team loses, then it's no good. And I don't even see, you know, statistically, like theoretically, they should not have lost it at all. Arma gets the first fray, kills Syria once again straight off the bat, and they should have won that.
And what's interesting in the map difference here where they lost last time they were very static, they had the Reinhardt shield, they were hiding behind it. Now with the Winston and they're able to move a lot quicker around the map, get the kills. We saw that with Stoltz getting a double kill before. Stoltz is going to be able to take down Strand again. That nano boost wasted, it's been wasted a couple of times and it's actually starting to hurt them. But in fact, Curators get the point.
Yeah, they finally get the point now, and can they follow up with the kills? Though it doesn't look like it, because Compose and Numkey are going down. Volks is going absolutely massive here. No more ultimates now available for the side of Curators. Stratty's even moved onto his, I would even say, kind of famous Soldier 76 pick, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, because so far McCree's actually been pretty good. And I feel like you need McCree to be able to track down both the Genji and the Tracer, because they're absolutely struggling against the God Comp right now. And 3 ultimates now available for running with Scissors. It's starting to look really difficult for Curators.
Yeah, it almost feels like a sort of desperate pick to try and change the tide as J-Doggies gets absolutely annihilated from the Graviton Surge and Volks as they're still pushing on the fight. They're very aggressive now running with Scissors at 50% on the point. They're looking for blood and they're getting it.
Yep, but Volks once again is totally cleaning up. This is why this composition is so good. We're looking at like basically 2 metas ago. Tracer and Genji completely ruled this meta, and I feel like teams should be somewhat used to being able to play against it. But Curators, they're not able to adapt to this at all. I actually feel like right now they got to get rid of the Ana. This Ana right now is just no good against this composition unless you get a really nice sleep dart onto either of these DPS players. Ana's not going to be able to do enough here. I do like the Winston pickup, but I'm not too sure about 76.
Trying to force the issue now, and we're going to see the Tranquility coming out from Syria. Mighty goes down, but Volks with a double kill. It's all clumped up in the Graviton Surge, as Numkey is going to take down Frogger, his counterpart. Lucio Armor is going to kill Volks as well, and that's just pushing them all around his Armor on the Winston, and they might actually get this point now.
Yep, they do finally get the point, but we're in a similar situation to the last game. 94% once more, back 95% this time. Geoff takes down Stoltz as well, which is going to be great. Strandy going to be able to hopefully show something now with the aimbot ultimate available, and Compose not too far from the nano boost. They got a lot of fights to win. They're going to win about 3, maybe 3.5 fights, including overtime, to be able to take this, and they cannot afford to drop any fights whatsoever. On the other hand, Scissors, yeah, they don't have any ults, but they can drop a couple of fights. They can lose about 2 fights, save their ultimates, come back, win 1 big fight, and they can take the entire map.
Yeah, they almost want to actually force the ultimates out of Curators, which they've done already. The Nanobus comes out onto Geoff, and again, is it going to actually do anything? It hasn't really been working for them, the Nanoboost lately. Syria is actually going to be able to take down Compose, and once again, that Nanoboost wasted.
Oh, it didn't really do much on Geoff this time. He didn't have an ult either. Strandy finally uses his ult. What can he get here? Finally kills Syria. A lot of ultimates being used on the Curator side, and they're not really getting enough out of it because they haven't managed to clean up Scissors at all. Still a couple players on their Mighty Owl being one of them. He actually picks up a Graviton Surge, doesn't choose to use it just yet, and this is really, really tense now because Stoltz is cleaning up.
Oh, Numkey went for a very desperate sound barrier, but it's not going to come off. He gets taken down by Volks, who landed a very good pulse bomb actually onto Armor before, but it's going to be Geoff. Oh my goodness, the triple kill onto the point. He's going to keep his team alive.
Syria late to the party.
Yeah, very late with that Transcendence. It's going to be wasted as well because of that, and now they're not going to have it for the next fight. Curators may have just flipped the script entirely.
Well, we're going to have to flip it one more time because Mighty Owl and Fin the Fume both have ultimates to come back into this fight, and they both can do a lot of work here. Stoltz as well, not too far off. Graviton Surge could secure this win, but this will be the last fight. This is going to be the one to defend it. Numkey's going to have to do the sound barrier of his life. He has to save his entire team.
He's going to pop it really early. He's going to be reactive. He's not going to be... He's actually going to be proactive. In fact, the Graviton Surge comes out immediately. Have they got the damage, though, to take him down? Pumps 1, then 2. Stoltz as well. Syria is going to kill Strandy at 95%. They should be able to cap it, and they should be able to go on and make this to a best of 5.
Yeah, pop the sound barrier way too early for my liking. You want to use it reactively to something. In that sort of situation, you got to know there's a couple of ults on the other team that they're going to come in with. That wasn't used perfectly, but even then I felt like running the Scissors, they had the advantage there. I felt like they were probably going to take their last fight regardless, but this is Curators not adapting well against the Tracer Genji composition, which is entirely ruining them right now. And now we're back to the same map, this Ruins map that completely flipped the switch now, 2 and 2. This is where it all changed, Xenox, this map right here.
Yes, and Kit Fox, is this the time for Curators to get back in and steal this win away, the dream fairy tale of coming back? Of
well, if they're going to do that, they really need to turn their attention to Volks. I've followed him for most of that game there, and he got no attention at all. He's absolutely carving up on Tracer. He's putting on a class on how to play it. That last fight with the Graviton, when they caught 4, his eyes just lit up. Pulse Bomb, caught 2, secured the point. They just really need to turn their attention to Curators.
So here we go. It's round 5. And, well, Compose still on the Ana, Avril.
I mean, Once again, there's nothing wrong with the Ana. It's just how they're executing. They need to be able to get better Nano boosts. Geoff hasn't managed to do that so far, but this is a good start. That Biotic Grenade catching most of the side of running the scissors. They actually have to back off. They finally get the first cap. That's going to give them some sort of advantage here, but no kills, and that's not going to be good for them. But they get the cap. That's
Finn the Human coming in a little bit late there. It's going to go the way of Curators on the cap early. Stolz pops that Reflect. He's taking damage from Armor, though. Gets really low, so does Finn the Human, as it's going to be an extremely early Nanoboost come out. And, well, not much is going to happen from it, though. In fact, though, Armor goes down. So, once again, as Volks actually gets a double kill onto the point, maybe running with scissors aren't done just yet.
This is a big problem right now. Volks is completely carving up, just like Kit Fox said. Volks has just been managing to find so many kills. Actually, Composer's doing not a bad job of getting kills, but, it's coming back down to these nano boosts. They're not effective. They're not getting enough mileage off these nano boosts. And as soon as you don't, well, you need to be able to catch either Stolz or Volks, or hopefully both. But if you can't catch either of them, they're going to completely demolish you. Volks has just been a massive force this game, and no response at all from Curators.
Well, you couldn't really pick a winner at this point now. It'd be too tough to ask. 15% to 27%. Curators. It's going to be Armor jumping in as well, trying to force this issue very early with the sound barrier as well. Now the Graviton Search, have they got the damage to back it up? Finn the Human shield is going to soak up most of it. Armor just goes rage mode and pops it. And can he get any slapping though? Geoff is going to go down to Stolz. Siri takes down Shreddy, and it's still not looking good for Curators.
Once again, I'm not really agreeing with the way they're using these sound barriers right now. They want to use them offensively, but they're not getting any sort of, once again, they're not getting mileage out of these ultimates. It's now 2 ultimates, sound barrier and nano boosted. They're just not getting enough out of. I feel like if they use it more reactively, like, oh, we got Graviton, cool, now I'm going to use a sound barrier. Oh, they're using this ability, here comes a Dragon Blade, cool, now we use a sound barrier. That's good play, but yeah, it's just not coming out for them. Shrandy finally makes a switch onto Tracer, so, maybe Shrandy can pull it off. Maybe Shrandy can do what Volks is doing and be completely annoying, completely dominate the other side, but so far, still no response to Volks.
Well, they got to go in quick, and they do, and it's going to be Geoff, it's going to be the Beyblade, and he gets only one. It's Stolz. Mighty Owl goes down Armor as well, but a little
bit. Could be enough, though.
And now he takes down Finn the Human. Curators is just starting to get control, and it's only going to be Volks left, and they should be able to take that pesky Tracer down.
Yeah, they take, this is the thing, they need, 4 people just to kill Volks. It's that insane to kill Volks right now. Stolz isn't even that hard of a target for them at the moment, because they do have options against, they have Zaya, they have Winston, good for taking down Genji, but Volks, man, are they really, really struggling against Volks. Actually, you know what would be good against a Tracer right now? You play a Zenyatta, you put a Discord on the Tracer, that's one way you deal with them.
And you might feel like Zenyatta could be more beneficial than, I guess, the Ana as well. As Geoff goes down to Mighty Owl, this is going to give Running with Scissors a chance to come back in. Volks doesn't need any hesitation to get straight in and takes down J Doggies at 61%. In fact, we're going to get tied up here on the ZA scoreboard. Frogger takes down Armor, but Running with Scissors back in control.
This is an absolute nail-biter of a finish. We went to all 5 maps of this best of 5 on Ilios, and 70% now to 65%. Ultimates are fairly even. Shrandy can get a really good combo here. If they can get a Graviton Surge Pulse Bomb combo, they can still take it back. They're not out of the game by any means. The progress is still really close, but we'll have to see how they play this.
Yeah, so they're going to need a much better sound barrier coming out from Numkey this way. The Pulse Bomb comes out. Stranding takes down Frogger, though, and that Pulse Bomb wasn't effective. Sirik pops a very nice Tranquility.
Oh, Mighty Owl's knocked off.
Another Pulse Bomb comes out, but it's going to miss. Armor takes down Mighty Owl. We're going to go into 99% overtime. Surely as Compose gets a double kill. The Ana comes back and saves his team, and possibly Curators are going to get back this point.
That was a really costly ultimate, because Geoff using that means they can't use it to defend again. You want to be a little bit more conservative here. I felt like he was forced out of that. You didn't want to use the Death Blossom there. I tripped up a little bit, but coming back into this fight now, Curators, they have their ultimates, but neither do Running with Scissors. Mighty Owl is pretty close though, and if they can get the Graviton Surge, they can win. They can do the same thing they did on the last map on Lighthouse, and they can just win in one fight, but Mighty Owl has to get this ultimate, and he has to get it fast.
Yeah, we're going to go old school here. No ultimates, just skill and team play to finish off who's going to take this best.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, Volks takes down Armor anyway. He doesn't need an ultimate, and Stolz with a double kill. It's all over now. Running with Scissors are going to run away with it, and that should be all but done. What a comeback for them from 2-0 down to 3-2. On the Zowie score.
Well, they just made the better adaptations. They go on the Tracer and the Genji. Curators show that they have no way to deal with this. They show that they cannot adapt against this at all. Shrandy finally goes on the Tracer, but his Tracer was nowhere near as impactful as Volks. Shrandy was great on the McCree. That's when Shrandy did really well, but beyond that, nothing really came out of it. Compose stay on the Ana the whole time. It was effective here and there. Composed as an individual player, good on Ana, he hits his shots, he throws the grenades well, but the nano boost is just still ineffective. On the other hand, as soon as Finn the Human went onto Winston, that's when I felt like they started getting the throttle on the gas, and they sort of just start running away with the game.
I was wondering, what were your thoughts for that one, running with scissors coming back from 2-0?
I was sitting there nibbling on my boots, wondering how they'd taste with that salad dressing.
Well, in the end, that didn't have to happen. Gino, what a comeback.
Walk, walk. That's the sound of you guys counting your chickens before they hatched. Let's go running with scissors. Great comeback by them. I absolutely love that.
You sweat though. You had a little bit of a sweat for a moment.
A little bit. Those 2 points, the first 2 points were pretty one-sided, but my boy composed. Oh man, I love watching that guy. Apart from the one time where Stoltz reflected his sleep dart and
Oh boy,
and took him out. That was good fun. Yeah, I thought Compose was absolutely the MVP for me. The question about where he used his nano boosts, I'm not sure you can put that all entirely on him. I mean, he was putting them on the Winston in that first fight, and the Reaper doesn't have his Death Blossom up by then, right? So you want to chuck that out. And you saw Compose being such a good Ana because he was getting that nano boost up so quickly. Even if his team lost the first fight, he still had his nano boost up by the next fight. It was just amazing Ana play by him.
I'm just gonna quickly clarify that there's nothing wrong with the way he's using nano boost. It's more so how the players are executing. So Geoff takes the nano boost sometimes. He gives it to Geoff, and he doesn't have an ultimate or anything. He's just sort of running around with it. He's not getting that many kills. Sometimes he uses it on armor on the Winston. He's jumping in there, but again, no kills. This is a big problem using a nano boost. But what sort of, how much impact does it actually have? And so far, not a lot of impact. Sometimes he uses it on armor on the Reinhardt. He charges armor charges all the way to the back of the map, doesn't hit anybody, and dies. These are the problems. So it's not so much who he's using it on, but how those players are then taking it. But I personally, the MVP for me was Volks, who absolutely, as Kid Fox said, just completely destroyed Curators and almost, like, I want to even almost say, kind of single-handedly won or took that back for running with scissors, because as soon as he went on to the Tracer and as soon as the Genji and the Winston came out, that was it. And it took like 4 people to finally kill Volks on Ruins.
I'm going to throw it quickly to EJ because it looks like the next round is already generated, so we should be able to get into the action shortly.
Yes, thank you indeed. What a match. The reaction in Twitch was outstanding as well, with people just in awe of the reverse sweep there. So fantastic action taking place here in Division 2. It delivers week after week here on Wednesday nights on GameStar TV. So thanks for joining. Only 2 people away from opening the raffle for the mug. So go and nudge a friend and tell them to join GameStar TV 1, and we'll get this mug raffle underway. We'll be back very shortly with the final round, round 5 of the eLeague.gg GameStar Overwatch series very shortly.